All right, I think everybody's making it over. I've seen. Oh, hello, Kat. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. It's so good to see everybody back. Hold on, I gotta update the chat for the new live stream. Because the other one's finished. So now I gotta update the chat link, or it doesn't work properly. So hold on a second. Everybody's still chatting. Anybody who's chatting in the old stream, it's still showing up on my screen right now. So 1 second. Elements, chat. There we go. And here's the new chat. This is my coffee hour. Let's have a kiki. What's a kiki? Is that like a food? I could do some more coffee right now. I'm definitely gonna use some more coffee. I am so exhausted. The past like 4 or 5 days of my life have just been crazy as hell, and then the heat wave hit, and that's also like just escalated things even further for me. And I'm already like, people already know I'm like kind of messed up physically, so it's like that's also something that's not helping with that. But let me go ahead and greet everybody who's made it over here. Kat, welcome. Roach, Escape, Nikita, welcome. Lemon, welcome back. Crag. We've got all of my favorites. B-Tran, Serna, welcome to the stream. Oh, is it Serena? Oh my god, I said it wrong again. Serena. I think that's the right way to say it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I probably am butchering it. Oh my goodness. So did we all enjoy Vox Libre? Did we have a good time? Actually, let me get some different music on. There we go. That's better. Let me remove that one. Where is it? There it is. Perfect. Very much enjoyed it. Thanks. I think we got pretty far in the game. Like, I mean, I think we got through at least, I want to say, a fourth of the game in one live stream, which is great because it took me so long to learn how to play the game last time. Oh, Roach, I saw your question, and the other, it's morning for me. It's actually 11 a.m. my time, if you were curious. I probably can't post a link here, but look up the song Let's Have a Kiki by the Scissors, and that's all you need to know. Okay, I'm gonna do that right after the stream. Obviously, I can't play it on live stream for obvious reasons, but I will definitely look into it. I can't believe 10 of you made it back all the way over here. That was a pretty good stream. I'm happy with it. I'm so glad people are excited for Vox Libre and Luanti again. I've always promised that it's going to be like a cornerstone of the channel. I just need a break from it every once in a while. Like, I get burnt out, just like any good game. You know, you play it for long enough and you need a little time away from it. Oh, awesome. So you're like 12 hours exactly. What, are you over in, probably East Asia? Maybe like the Pacific over there? If I had to guess, if I'm taking a stab in the dark, like somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, probably closer to China, Thailand, Philippines. Maybe Taiwan. Probably Taiwan is probably a closer guess there. It's hard to say. There's a lot of good choices for that time zone. Excited to introduce you to Valorant. I'm still looking forward to it. I'm just gonna be real. So like, I want to do all of the suggestions still. So just as like a kind of a heads up to everybody, right? Like, there is definitely a lot going on for me. There is going to be a lot going on for me in my personal life for probably the next week and a half. Oh my goodness, Escape, thank you so much. You didn't need to gift another membership. You're so generous, my friend. Thank you so much. On that note, by the way, we finally have over 100 members, and I finally have a video. I got a video done on Monday. Every person who's a member always gets videos early. So when I put a video on the channel, everybody else doesn't see it until Friday, but I try my very best to get the video out by Monday for all the channel members. And it doesn't matter what channel membership you have, everybody gets access to that video. Oh my goodness, again? Another 5 memberships? Well, now we're heading close to like 150. Listen, I appreciate the opportunity that everybody has been giving me. Listen, I'm not going to squander this, right? That's why I want to get content out, and I want to get like videos out for the members who can enjoy it early, right? Because this is an opportunity. Listen, it's one thing for you to all gift the memberships and people get to have them and they can use the emojis in the live stream, right? But, you know, I want to be able to retain those memberships if I can and give value to them. So having videos on the channel early, hopefully, will help people make a decision of whether or not keeping the membership for $1 a month is worth it to them. And hopefully they enjoy the videos enough where, hey, you know what? $1 a month for fun emojis and a couple of early videos for raid, that works for me. Absolutely. Everybody dropped tons of love for Escape Go in the chat. Also, Charlie donated this morning before the stream even started because they could not be there. So I also want to say thanks to Charlie. Charlie's like a huge supporter of the channel. So definitely hats off to them. To Escape, I would say probably Escape and Charlie are probably recently the two like most generous contributors to the channel these days. It's amazing. I don't know what I've done to won your love and support, but trust me, I appreciate every single bit of it. Every single bit. It is so helpful, especially these days, especially with the things I need to take care of in my life. Like, it's going to be incredibly useful for me. So thank you so much. Oh, absolutely. You want me to do creative videos? Listen, I'm open to anything. You all tell me what videos you want, I make them. That's how this works, right? You know my topics. Open source software, preferably on Linux. If it runs in Linux very natively, I'm very interested in covering it, right? I do Linux Mint stuff, so anything related to Linux Mint. I do, well, obviously, art-related topics, so if you want me to do something art-related, and if it's art-related and open source software, hey, even better. Now we're hitting 2 topics at the same time, right? Alright, so more creative videos is what I'm hearing. My headache is strong, but loyalty to raid is stronger, Crag. I hope you're doing alright, my friend. Listen, I hope you're drinking plenty of water. I know there's probably not a heat wave in your part of the world, but there is one in mine, so just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Don't put too much stress on your body today. Everybody needs to take it easy. I'm trying to see if Vintage Story is available for my OS. Have you had any luck running it, Raid? So I'm pretty sure I just installed it wrong, and like I just ran out of time to actually troubleshoot it and figure out like what I did wrong. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it running on Linux. I'm sure it runs just fine. I think I just screwed it up because I did everything hastily. It just wasn't really paying attention. So like once I go through it again, I think it'll run fine. Sorry for like the diversions and like the reschedules. Like when I set up a schedule with you all, like I usually intend to keep the schedule. I don't like doing what I've been doing the past couple of days, which is either just straight up canceling something or just pushing it off the schedule and putting something else in its place. It will happen from time to time. Life happens for everybody, but you know, like at the same time, you know, it's like if you scheduled like, you know, a show at the theater and then at the last minute they swapped out like what they were going to play and you still had to pay for the ticket anyways, right? And you're like, well, this isn't the show I wanted, but this is the show I got, right? Like that's how I feel about it. So I don't like doing it, but I'm really glad that everybody's been really flexible and understanding about it recently. This ROTC stuff do be draining me. Yeah, anything military related. God, that's just so awful. I remember I was talking to somebody last night and I'm just like, they're younger and they're looking for work and I'm like, don't you ever consider joining the military. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. They're like, I'm not planning to. And I'm like, good. Don't do it. Don't join the military under any circumstances. If you can avoid it, you go ahead. You find anything else. Literally, busting rocks for like $5 an hour would probably still be preferable to going to the military. I don't know, I'd rather do that. Listen, if it's your choice, I'm not going to dissuade you. All I have to say is that my experience with the military was really bad. can't advocate for it. I can't support it, so I don't. But if people want to make a personal decision in their life, hey, it's your life, your choice, and you're valid. Don't you worry about it. So you're not going to get any hate from me or anything. But my opinion is that I don't like it, and I'm going to encourage people to not make that decision because my experience was so bad. I knew it was a trap the moment I stepped into the campus of my art school. They literally placed outside financial aid office of an art school that is $550 a unit. Oh no. ROTC is mandatory for another medal on graduated. Plus, I get to keep the cargo trousers. Hey, I did like the uniforms. Like, one of the best things about the digital camis that I used to have is that you never needed to iron them or anything. You didn't need to do anything to take care of them. Literally, you can pile them in the floor in the morning and you can shake them a few times and all the wrinkles shake out of them. It's great. I love them. They're awesome. Like, I just tossed them in the washing machine. Like, I didn't do anything. Sometimes I wouldn't even add soap in the camp water. Just gotta get the dirt out of it. I mean, you're gonna be rolling around in the dirt again anyways, right? Like, I know some of the Marines are like really, like, they really put a lot of effort into their camis, right? And their like digital camouflage. I'm like, come on, these are just the standard like day-to-day work clothes that we wear. Like, my uniforms I took very good care of, but I'm not gonna give a crap about the digital camis. They're meant to be messed up. The combat shoes, too easier to drop in quick doors. Too bad my femur is broken. Oh, goodness. Wait, you broke your femur? Well, I broke my acetabulum. That's actually a double pun. Get it? It's a real thing, and I broke my ass. It's such a perfect thing to break. My mind couldn't grasp joining the military, sends shivers up my spine. I'm a sloth. Listen, I joined the military for so many wrong reasons. I had a lot to prove to people that I really didn't need to prove anything to, and I was trying to prove something to myself that just ended up not even being true about me at all. So it's like, again, all the reasons I joined were quickly invalidated. I also was doing it because, you know, post 9/11 patriotism and, you know, hey, weapons of mass destruction, and we gotta go get all the terrorists and get the bad guys, right? Like, I don't want to see any more of my fellow people died. I grew up with 9/11 on TV. I watched it. I watched it live. I watched it on live national television. Horrible. So that was like one of the major reasons. A lot of people don't, I get that a lot of people don't remember that it happened or it happened before they were born. The worst thing for me is seeing people make jokes about it. That is so bad. That is like the worst thing you can do. You gotta remember that there are people alive like me, in my age group, that are nearly only 40 years old, who watched this entire thing unfold. We watched our fellow Americans make the very difficult choice to have to jump or to burn to death, and we're making jokes about it. This is not a funny thing to laugh about, in my opinion. Makes me very sad, actually. And the worst part about it is you got to watch all of this. Like, they didn't turn the cameras off for any part. It's not like they knew it was gonna happen anyways. Like, even the people on the news were shocked. Nobody knew. Nobody knew what to expect. It was insane. The entire day was insane. But anyways, that was a lot of my motivation for joining. Oh, not too much. We're just talking about like military stuff and the reason why I joined and the reason why I don't like the reasons I joined to begin with and stuff like that. I mean, if you are gonna join, at least don't join the Marine Corps. Like, the Marine Corps is so rough. It's so rough. I remember seeing the people, yeah, Like, it was just terrible. Didn't see much, because yeah. I mean, like, I understand a lot of people were either extremely young. Like, in my audience, I think a majority of you are around in your 20s, right? So you either were extremely little when it happened, or you didn't see it at all. It just happened before you were born. So it didn't even technically exist in your lifetime. That doesn't make it okay to joke about, in my opinion. But again, that's me. But I'm more sensitive to it than I think other people are. I mean, like, we shouldn't be blaming anybody at this point for 9/11. Like, it's goddamn nearly decades old at this point. Like, we're nearly almost 30 years away from the event. Like, I doubt there are many people left around that were originally a part of it. Like, because the US did do a fairly okay job trying to get rid of at least the key players that were involved in that event. Like, I remember they had the playing cards with, like, all the most wanted people on it. The US military really went out of their way to make sure that we knew exactly who we were looking for. I was born after 9/11, but I understand how terrible it was watching the news reports of it. So much I even had a dream of it, which kind of traumatized me a little. It's tough. It's really it was a very tough day. And, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, when I first saw it all happening, me, and not just me, a lot of people are like, whoa, what is this movie that's on TV right now? This is crazy. This is the most realistic thing I've ever seen. Oops. It's not a movie. This isn't TV. This isn't, like, because, like, here's the thing. Most people who are watching it on TV, like, New York City is, like, the Hollywood, like, you know, punching bag for, like, natural disasters and everything, right? Most people just assumed it was like, wow, what is this cool new movie on TV we're watching? It's not cool. It's not a movie. The news reports were real. I think it took me about 15 minutes for it to, like, really click into place that, like, this is happening. And then my first assumption was, wow, what a horrible accident. And in fact, that's what I remember, like, all the adults talking about. They're like, wow, well, this is horrible. How did the plane get redirected into the building? Like, there must have been something wrong. Maybe the plane was crashing, right? Like, and it just happened to hit the building. Like, there was, like, so much talk. And then we saw the second one. And then we knew, like, something was really wrong there. Something was really wrong. Rain is to blame for the defeat of Napoleon at Waterloo. Oh my goodness, I would have loved to have a real battle against Napoleon. He was actually a great tactician. I'd probably lose, honestly. Like, put us on a fair playing ground, right? Like, either modernize him to modern military tactics, or only give me the advantage that he had back in his era. Guarantee you, Napoleon would wipe the floor with me. He was very, very clever. But just like most leaders, I think he got a little bit too big for his britches. And he felt too invincible. I feel like it's weird, though, now from a more international point of view, looking back on things. It's weird to see the propaganda that I remembered learning when I was little. Yeah, and it, like, for me, like, I had to do, like, basically I had to unlearn the things that I thought I learned and knew. Like, in my lifetime, I've gone from an extremely patriotic, extremely loyal, extremely, like, nationalist person to extremely left-leaning, like, like, authority, like, very liberal. I'm a pacifist. I'm anti-military. I want the military budget to shrink dramatically. And that's just because, you know, I use critical thinking. When I see something you know, even if I don't understand it, I try my best to go, is this really what we're doing here, right? Like, is this really what's going on? And I didn't do that at first because I was too young, and I just blindly trusted everything. And that was like such a huge mistake in my life. I blindly trusted the institutions to take care of me, and I was a pawn. I became a pawn for them. And I'm nobody's pawn. I'm nobody's useful idiot. Never again. Never again. If the US gave 90% of the budget to NASA, we could have even conquered the galaxy at this point. Honestly, like, yeah, and actually, I think that putting that money towards space exploration would be a better use of our money. We're already, like, one of the most powerful military forces on the planet with, like, really great tech to support it. And we're in a geographical location where it's really difficult for most people to attack us, so do we really need all of that money to go to the military every single year? I feel like we can cut that back by 75% and still be fine. I live 2 hours from a US airbase. I mean, the military bases are kind of cool. I mean, if we're being real, if you've never been on one, and it's worth it, and you can have an opportunity to explore one a little bit, maybe you know somebody in the military, they invite you on. It's fun. It's fun. It's really cool. Just to hang out for, like, maybe a weekend. Just see what it's like. I mean, obviously you're not going to be able to go very many places, right? But you could see. You can see the military equipment. It's cool. I used to be stationed in Fort Knox. And one time, I was like, I'm going to go see the gold. I'm in the military. I'm stationed here at Fort Knox. I mean, I could technically just start walking right up to it, right? Gonna be fine. It wasn't. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just want to see the building. I'm not gonna get anywhere near it. They're like, yeah, how about no? And how about you turn around? You're not authorized. I'm like, but I just want to look. They're like, no looking. Go look at the pictures online. Hey, you want to look? You can look somewhere else. You're not getting anywhere near this thing. I was like, God damn it, I'm all the way here at Fort Knox and I can't even get anywhere near the building full of gold? This is what a wasted opportunity. Like, I don't want to have to see it from the highway like everybody else. Come on. Like, you can't even let me just, like, a little close? I mean, they really probably shouldn't. I'm also suspicious that Fort Knox doesn't have any more gold left in it. That's a conspiracy theory. I don't have anything to back that up. So, like, nobody put any weight or salt into that. That's just me, like, a random machination from my mind. But, like, for some reason, I'm, like, suspicious that if we as the American people got an opportunity to investigate and opened up that vault door, for some reason, my gut instinct tells me that that vault would be completely empty and that there's no gold in it. I don't know when that happened, but I guarantee you there's probably a reason we switched away from the gold standard. Anyways, it's a hunch. It's nothing more than that. Don't put any weight into it. Don't believe it. There's no evidence to back any of that up. It's just a little, like, playful theory I have in my head. Wait, are we talking about gold? Well, I mean, I was stationed at Fort Knox. Who wouldn't want to go see the gold, right? Like, I mean, come on. That's, like, one of the best parts about being stationed there. It's the only best part about being stationed there, because the only other thing to do is goddamn fix, like, tanks, watch the army go through their basic training, or sit out in a field full of wheat and just do that all day. Or get drunk. You can get drunk, too. They have a lot of whiskey there. You can drink a lot of whiskey in Kentucky. Oh, you could go to Louisville and get a Louisville Slugger. I got one of those. That was like good for like half a day. There's not much to do in Kentucky. There really isn't. It's super boring there. Like that's why I was even thinking about doing it, because I'm just looking for shit to do. I gotta fill out the time. Too lazy to cook anything, so I just eat the coffee beans on grinded. You can dip them in dark chocolate and that makes them better, Craig. I've done that before. You think Doge will shrink the military budget? No, that wasn't the goal. The goal of that wasn't to shrink any budget, in my opinion. To clarify this very quickly, in my opinion, it wasn't designed to shrink any kind of budget whatsoever. What it was really designed to do, in my opinion, was just to gut a bunch of key programs that, you know, they didn't want, they hated, and it was their excuse. Oh, look, there's waste and fraud here. We've got to just rip it to shreds, right? Burn it down and start over from the beginning. Like, I really feel like that was the whole point of it. And they were just telling people, we found all this waste, fraud, and abuse. Because, like, the numbers don't add up. They don't add up. Nothing adds up. Nothing makes sense. It really just feels like it was an excuse to just rip apart a bunch of government programs that they didn't care for and they didn't want to fund anymore. Even though that's illegal, and they can't do that because Congress is the only one who dictates where money goes. That's why we pass a congressional budget. Another, like, you can't just make up a new government, like, institution and say, yeah, I'm giving it congressional powers here. It doesn't work that way, especially when Congress doesn't give it those powers. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but, like, am I the only one who, like, understands how this democracy is supposed to work? No? Just me? Okay, that's fine. Okay, don't get me started too much in the politics thing. That's not really, like, the point of this channel. And I have some very strong opinions on it. What I really hate is that they could change literal info just to support a petty opinion. No, it's not that there's no politics talk in Dark Raven. It's, I just don't want to get, like, I don't want to get people into arguments, so we'll probably just segue away from the topic. It's like in the Discord, too. Like, I'm fine with people talking about pretty much, well, obviously, as long as it doesn't break the rules, right? So, like, no flirting, no doing any of that. Like, with it, that's not the place for, you know, hitting on people or doing anything like that, right? But, like, if you want to talk about politics, at minimum, I would like a content warning. That's like US politics, global politics, this, like, country's politics. I'd love click to consent, because if somebody doesn't want to look at the politics conversation, they could just skip that thread in the general chat. So, like, anybody who's, like, just for, like, the Discord, I know, like, segued off into a random topic here, but, like, for any of those, like, types of topics in the Discord, thread them, say what they are, so that people have the content warning, and then you go ahead, invite that other person or two into that thread and just discuss it there. And then that way it gives people an opportunity to participate if they want, or they could just skip it, because, like, there's a time and a place for me for, like, doing politics news, and usually it's not in my Discord. I get my news sources from very specific places, so. I don't know how to flirt. I cannot, even if I want to. Me neither. I mean, there's a reason why I identify as demisexual and demi-romantic. I'm just really bad at all of those things, and I feel like I've spent, like, half my life forcing myself to, like, conform to relationship standards that I don't know, that just don't naturally work for me. I don't know, I'm happier this way. And that's not to say that I won't ever have a partner again, but, like, I think if I'm ever going to take another, like, partnership in my life again, to be, like, really have to be the right kind of person. Like, they have to understand me really well, and they have to be okay with it, because, like, there are a lot of things off the table with me that you would get with regular people. So you have to be willing to put up with that. And a lot of people say they are until you actually have to put up with it, and then it becomes grating and annoying. So I don't know. I'm gonna be very, very careful there. You need a medic, Craig. Listen, I can't relay your emergency messages to the emergency services in your country. If you need a medic, you're definitely shouting into the wrong void here. Caffeine overdose. My goodness, we're gonna have to make a mod for Craig, and instead of needy girl overdose, it's gonna be needy caffeine overdose. That's gonna be the game for Craig. Needy coffee overload. Oh, needy caffeine overload. There we go. That's the perfect game. That's the perfect game for Craig. I used to say that, like, when I'd be going for, like, my 4th cup of coffee at work, and, like, somebody would, like, pick up on that, and they'd be like, wow, is that really your 4th cup? And I'd be like, yeah, what's one more heart palpitation? It'll be fine. The old ticker can take one more for the team. It'll be okay. Actually, you were cut off, Craig. Your doctor told you you're not supposed to have more than 500 milligrams of caffeine every day. You better be behaving. I'm keeping an eye out for you, my friend. Actually, you know what I want to take a look at real quick? Hold on a second. I want to see if we actually got over the 17. I want to see. I want to show that off. I'm really proud. Yeah, we have 1706. Finally. We are so close. We are getting so close. Hold on, let me pull it up on stream. Where is it? There it is. 1706. Can you believe how far we've come? Here's the thing. It took me a year to even get the first 1,000 subscribers. We're literally at the end of 6 months, and we've almost got it. We're 300 away from getting 1,000. So that means potentially, by the end of the year, we could even have up to 3K subscribers if we keep this trend going. This is amazing. I can't believe how fast the channel is growing these days. Especially when I first started and it was like only single digits. And like maybe every once in a while I'd get a new subscriber and nobody would show up to the live streams for like 2 hours. It's incredible. The difference is night and day. And I don't even know like where half of you came from or how you even found me, but I'm so happy that all of you are here now. This is a huge moment for all of us. So it's not just a celebration and a win for me. It's a win for all of us because I know that a lot of us are having a really good time these days. And that a lot of people really enjoy and look forward to these live streams. Which is why I felt so bad that I had to cancel the one yesterday. Rain, your magnetic personality is showing. Oh, peeps, that's too sweet. You're such a sweetie. Alright, I'm dropping love in the chat for everybody. Everybody's getting hugs and hearts right now. Because from the bottom of my heart to yours, thank you for so much. I mean, I can't believe it. We're gonna get to 2,000 in probably a couple of weeks. I'm hoping. Maybe a week or two. We'll see. We'll see. It's only 300 subscribers. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll set like a goal by the end of next month. How about by the end of next month we get to 2K? What do we think? Is that a realistic goal? 300 subscribers in a month? I think that's doable. I think we could do that. Who's motivated? I'm motivated. Well, I'm always motivated, so I'm always the wrong one to ask. I'm definitely the wrong one to ask. Especially if I'm like exhausted too. If somebody's like, hey Ray, do you want to help me out with this? I'll be like, sure. Yeah, I'm not tired at all. Don't worry, I can help you. The 120 beats per minute normal if you're running. If you're doing cardio, it is normal. If you've consumed 18 cups of coffee, probably not. You'll probably do better if you don't put too much effort into it. What do you think this production has been for the past 2 weeks? Jeez, it's like popsicle sticks and band-aids to get every live stream going. Barely put any content out on the channel. I've released my first video in 3 weeks and it was like 8 minutes long because like I just barely had time to put that together. Trust me, I'm not putting too much effort into it. I'm putting barely any at all because I don't have the capacity for it. That's unfortunate, but that's where I find myself these days. I completely forgot to even advertise that we were doing like a chatting live stream. Whoops. See? Look, Krita. Look, see? I'm already following your advice. I'm already following it, right? I'm not putting too much effort in because I'm forgetful. I'm like a goldfish. (1706). Benjamin Franklin was born in 1706. What if I told you Benjamin Franklin was my father? Would you believe me? I'm actually a vampire. I've been around this entire time. You're just noticing me for the first time. I finally have peeked my head out of the shadows. Been spending the past several hundred years powering up. Well, that's quite a list of titles. So now I'm like a trans cat girl vampire thing that also reigns. Interesting combination I've picked for myself. Some sort of vampire cat girl thing. Your dad is Benjamin F. Rain? There you go. I've thought about it. So, like, for the channel, just for the character, my canonical last name is going to be Raining, like the Reign of Raining. So my name is actually Raining. There we go. That's why it's called the Reign of Raining. Just to make it incredibly, like, corny and campy. I just thought that would be silly. So we're going to be doing that. Why is it called the Reign of Raining? Oh, my name's Raining. My name's Raining. Raining. How about that? How about we do that? How about it's Raining. That's my name. Wait. We can add more to this. Raining. There we go. That's my name. Raining. That was Proud Dame Rain Regen. Hey, that works too. Oh, we can add frown to it. So frown, raining. Can we add any more nonsense to this? I'm sure we can escalate this if we all try this as a community. Rain RR rating. Ooh. I like the sound of that. That actually sounds like it could be a real thing. The quad R of Doom. It's like, oh, we have to add one more R to it, because then it could be like the Infinity Gauntlet. When you collect the 5 Rs, then I Thanos snapped the universe in half. Dragon Our Country Frog. It's Frog, so Frog enough as my real name? Oh, I thought you were a turtle. I thought you were a purple turtle, Crag. I thought you were a severely caffeine-addicted purple turtle that's constantly shaking because you need your next fix. At least that's the picture I had in my head. I just need one more. Just need one more sip, man. Just one more sip. I gotta calm the shake. I think you're shaking because of too much caffeine. No, trust me, this'll calm the shakes. Just one more sip. It sounds like the author of a pirate novel. I mean, technically I'm a pirate. I mean, well, technically I'm a marine. That's why I have the eye patch. And no, the character is not missing an eye, by the way. Like, a lot of people don't realize this. Like, you know, like, sailors used to wear eye patches because there was no light below deck. So during the daytime, if you went in with, like, both your eyes adjusted to light, you wouldn't be able to see anything below deck. So what sailors would do, and pirates would do, is they would wear the eye patch, and they would just switch the eye patch over to the opposing eye. So one eye was always acclimated to the dark, and one was always acclimated to the light, and you would just switch the eye patch as needed. That's the real reason for the eye patch. Not every single sailor is just constantly getting their eyes poked out. It's not that dangerous. Well, it is. Okay, it's extremely dangerous, dirty work being a sailor or a pirate back in, like, the Middle Ages. But people weren't just constantly getting their eyes poked out all the time. You know, just throwing that out there for context. Rain RR Ruffian raining? Oh my goodness. Artemis, you found it. You got it. That's the one. Everybody pack it up. Artemis wins. They've just cleaned up shop. I like the ruffian. The ruffian part is the ruffian part is what makes it sound cool. Rain the ruffian. Now I'm not just Rain the radical. I'm Rain the radical ruffian. You got to go. I gotta go soon too. I am exhausted. I've got so much work to do. I've got so much stuff I've got to set up. I've got so much stuff I've got to take care of IRL. I've got more content that needs to be made. I'm gonna try to clip a bunch of these funny moments from. There was a lot of funny things that happened during the stream, so I'm keep an eye out for YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts are probably not gonna get scheduled early. Just FYI, only like medium to long form videos are gonna be like scheduled early. For YouTube members, but keep an eye out for Shorts if you're interested. Yeah. Let's come back over here so we can all have a good time. It's good having you, peeps. I'm probably wrapping this up now too in a couple of minutes. Rain, regen, Regan, all 4 in different. Oh, it's in 4 different languages. Okay, all right. You know what? Sal, if you could send me an audio clip of the pronunciation of that, because there's no way I'm going to be able to figure that out on live stream right now. Yeah, Artemis, most injuries in warfare, yeah, shrapnel is extremely... So, like, the Kevlar helmets that you put on your head, they're not really designed to be bulletproof, right? They're designed so that, like, when stuff, like, rains down on top of you, it protects your head. It's for shrapnel and for debris. It's so that, you know, a giant stone doesn't just land right on top of your noggin and knock you unconscious in the middle of a fight. And head injuries bleed a lot, too. Even if it's not a severe head injury, it's just bad to get a cut on anywhere. The skin on the near your skull is extremely thin and very prone to bleeding. So it's just bad to get any kind of cut in that area anyway. So, like, having the helmet is a really good idea. Having a hard hat or a helmet in general is just a good idea. If you're doing any kind of activity, just put a goddamn helmet on your head. Trust me. You'll look a little foolish. But, you know, you'll be the one who gets the last laugh at the end of the day. I promise. Alright, this is probably a good stopping point for this stream. We ended up chatting for about 45 minutes after the live stream. We are going to be doing the celebration live stream on Friday. I am still putting some plans together. A lot of the things that I had planned for, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments last minute. But you know what? We're gonna spend the day together. We're gonna have fun, and no matter what we end up doing, it's gonna be about us. It's gonna be about this community. It's going to be about celebrating the generosity and the love and the kindness that this community has shown, not only to me, but to each other. And that's one thing, too, that I kind of want to end this stream off on a very positive note. I want to say how proud I am of the community that we're building here. the people that are here currently, the people that you are inviting into this community, I can see the quality of their character, and it's wonderful. All of you work so well together. You're not bickering and fighting with each other. You respect the rules of my Discord. You have been supportive of me, endlessly supportive of me, no matter how badly I've scuffed things or screwed it up or had to reschedule or divert projects at the last minute. Listen, there was a time and a place on this channel where I would go to need to move a live stream because something IRL would come up and people would complain about it to me. I would literally get comments like, Rain, you're going to bleed away all your subscribers. You keep doing stuff like this, right? I get criticized for not being entertaining or not being there when I said I would be there. And none of you do that. Nobody is awful to me. And the people who are, guess what? They go to the shadow realm now. So I don't even have to see their crappy comments anymore. But all right, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to say, oh my God, Ava, you're coming in literally at the last minute. I was just about to cut the stream off. Ava is awesome. Ava's another YouTuber. She's a flesh tuber. So if anybody who likes drawing or models for Warhammer, hold on. Before I leave, I'm gonna drop a link to Ava's channel because I just love Ava. Ava's amazing. Ava's the best. Ava's channel. Dark Raven, did you drop a link to your channel? For Dark Raven's music and JVPKO's music, I have a link down to their channels as well. But I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'll be available today. I'm not gonna be doing anything too crazy. I'm gonna be resting and trying to get some of those things wrapped up in my IRL life, as I mentioned. But yeah, okay, all right. I guess with all of that out of the way, I just want to say one last time, thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope everyone out there has a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.